eyes is to close. We're going to stop it there just because of time. And, you know, in the mindfulness groups that we have, we do different, I just gotta get this up for the next thing, then I won't be distracted. We do different mindfulness practices. There's so many of them. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, all right, what's that? There's so many mindfulness practices. So what we try to do is ourselves, we study and learn some, then we share them, and people in the group share what they've learned. And it's like a growing experience for all of us. We're thinking about, so tonight, we're going to do a little Tai Chi Cha, which is a mindfulness practice. It's bringing us to the present moment, emptying our mind.
Are we going to start doing that right now? Because why don't we stop right there and we'll start a new tape, which is the Tai Chi.
Okay.
I actually just started, but you want me to start again?
Oh, you just started it there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, wonderful.
So yoga is a mindfulness practice. Centering prayer is a mindfulness practice. So what we're trying to do is bring in different mindfulness practices because maybe something would appeal to some people and not to others. We're strongly considering a Christian contemplative prayer. Lizzie says we're going to do it. I'm still strongly considering it. But we're thinking really about doing contemplative prayer. It's a mindfulness practice in the Christian realm. It's very exciting to think about doing that. And in your paper, and your handouts, there's this thing called the Trauma Resiliency Model. And it's another mindfulness practice. And we're going to do the Tai Chi Cha first. And if there's time, we'll go over that. But if there's not time, you can get the app. The app is called iChill. I-C-H-I-L-L. You can get it for your iPhone, your iTouch, or your iPad. And the app tells you all about it. They use it with veterans coming back from the war to help them with post-traumatic stress syndrome. But what they're finding is it's a wonderful practice for all of us. It's very concrete. We can do it anytime, anywhere. And like I say, at this time we'll go over it. But before we do that, I'd like to just do some Tai Chi Cha with you. You know, when Lizzie was talking about those thoughts that we have all the time, well, the yogis believe there's these things in our brain called vrittis, V-R-I-T-T-I, vrittis. And vrittis are pathways. If I think 30,000 times a day, I'm no good, I'm no good, I'm no good, I'm no good, that pathway of energy in my brain gets very rooted. It's very hard to undo that if you've got these thought patterns that you always have. There's ways we can work at it, affirmations and meditation and things. But the Tai Chi Cha, one of the beliefs is, that by changing the way our energy flows in our body, we change the way it flows in our mind. So that's one of the things about Tai Chi Cha. Has anybody here ever done Tai Chi? Have you done Tai Chi Cha?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can maybe witness a little bit to what it does. Do you want to witness or no?
It's very relaxing, but I know when I took a class at West Garcia, I was really perspiring in doing some of the
Oh, really?
in doing some of the movements that she had. Yeah, I was surprised, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I just picked up a tape on how to do it again.
Right? It's a lovely practice, but like every other lovely practice, the thing is we've got to do it. So I thought what I'd do is, well, if you want to stand up, you can also do it sitting. And I'm going to take you through a couple moves just to give you an idea of what it's like. So what we're doing when we do this, we're literally changing the way the energy flows in our bodies. And the goal is to be more balanced. When we're more balanced, we're more likely to make good decisions about food, for one, or in our life. It also helps with lowering our blood pressure, helping arthritis. Once you do it, if you do it, that's the key to do it. So the first movement's called the rocking motion. It's very simple. Your feet are slightly turned out, your knees are softly bent. Your hands are like down here, so there's not a lot of tension in your elbows. and your hands are resting on two imaginary balls of energy. So it looks like this. And all we do is bring our hands back and up to heart height, and then down again. That's called the rocking motion. As we do it, as we come forward, our weight comes a little bit up on our toes. As we come back, goes a little bit back on our heels. So I'm going to put some music on, and we'll just do the rocking motion for a couple minutes to give you a sense of it.
Then you can say, let it go.
Just be very, here we go. So our hands are on those balls of energy. Back. Let your arms whisper. If thoughts come, let them float through your mind. We'll do two more. Then our hands come back down. Okay, we'll do one more movement. Another movement is called the bass drum, and it seems to be a movement that many people like. Your hands are down here. You put your left foot forward. And then you go around a big bass drum. Just trace the drum with your middle fingers. So all your weight is forward when your hands are forward, and all your weight is back when your hands are back. So if you do and this is literally moving the energy that flows through our body, helping with those little things in our brain that have been there for a long time. The older we are, I think the deeper they are. But there's always hope, right? So we'll do one more. Bring our left foot back. Come to a soft conclusion. We'll do a few on our right, and then we'll conclude. Now bring your right foot forward. And bring your hands around that big bass drum. And see if you can let your arms just whisper like there was a giant puppeteer up in heaven moving our arms. We'll do one more and conclude. And there's this in the packet. There's a brochure that tells you it's a series of 19 movements in one pose, and you can learn it in 8. You really need 8 sessions to learn all the movements, 8 to 10. But I do a 6-week class also. The very conclusion you do is called the cosmic consciousness pose. You put your left heel by your right ankle, and you embrace the universe. And when you're here, you just send grace and blessing and goodness to your family, your community, yourself. You just embrace the universe. You send the energy. And let your arms come down. So you can have a seat. When we do the groups, we start with a few minutes of Tai Chi Cha. And that the Tai Chi Cha sort of gets us in a place to do the mindfulness things. Just really quickly, the I-Chill model, or the trauma resiliency model is, let's just do it. We'll do it just do it real quickly. Sit, put your feet flat on the floor, and feel yourself against the chair. They call this grounding. So ground yourself in the chair. Now become aware in your body where you might feel a little tension, anxiety, worry. maybe your head, maybe your heart. Maybe you don't have anything tonight. Maybe you got a little pain. And then, before we did this, before you do this, you have what's called resourcing. And in your resources, in your imaginary file drawer of resources, you have things in life that you love, that you're good at, you feel good about, maybe places you love to be, people you love to be with. And you have this whole file drawer of resources. So you have some anxiety, let's say, in your chest. So you track it there. And then you shift it, you shift your thoughts to one of the resources. You track your anxiety. I have triplets that are my grandnieces and nephew. I love them. I love being with them. I can't wait to see them. They're 4 years old. They make my heart so happy I can hardly stand it. So I was doing this with someone, and I was thinking of those triplets. So I would take my worry, I would take my mind and put it with the triplets. Then I would come back to my anxiety and go with the triplets and back to my anxiety. And then you stay with the triplets. It is a technique that works. And that's sort of like, I love techniques that work. We have a technique that's called RAIN. It works. It's worked for me in my life. These are mindfulness practices, things we can do to help ourselves with the stresses we all have in life. So thank you very much.
Thank you.